Guys doing today? It is Wednesday. Whether I don't know what day you're watching this or viewing this, but blessings to all of you. Trey Urban here. I'm super excited because today I'm talking about awakening, awakening to your purpose, right? Awakening that internal call that calls out to you. Some of us have already had it. Some of us haven't had it. Some of us were born like my sister. My sister was born already knowing what she wanted to do. She was already like, "Oh, I know I'm going to grow up and I'm going to cut hair when I grow up." She already knew. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know until I got a lot older. I'm talking in the last you know, 15 years or so from now. So that's been a while. And I I knew that I wasn't happy. I knew I was living a life that wasn't fulfilling. And I wrote about it in my book. So I invite you guys to go check out uh, Shift Trauma to Triumph. And it's on pre-release right now. So it's an amazing book that I talk about after I was paralyzed. After I was paralyzed, told I would never walk again, I knew that wasn't, I didn't want that prescription. I did not want the prescription of being paralyzed. So instead, I knew it was time to awaken. But I knew that all of these things had happened right prior to that moment when I knew that I was being called to raise myself higher, to do something different, to be something different. So wherever you are in your journey of awakening into your purpose, I am so excited for you to um, take advantage of the call because it's going to call you to change. And the thing is that if we don't heed the call, yo, if you think life is kind of unsettling now, it gets even worse. It gets even worse when when this energy of us to be a better version of ourselves, this expansion, this exploration of self, right? And it's calling us to really expand and awaken. That's why I love the awaken to the purpose, because most of us, I know me, I was not living in my passion. I was not living in my purpose. And matter of fact, I'm going to read you this part in my book, in the book that I wrote, where I talk about trauma to triumph.info. In this book, I talk about. So these are all the things I want you to tell me. How many of you guys feel like the same thing? I had everything. This is what I'm writing. I had everything society had promised would bring me happiness, right? I had the vehicles. I was married. I had the car. We vacationed. We had the kids. We had the dog, right? Because society tells you, oh, if you get married, if it's how somehow magically you have this amazing life, right? Yo, bah. Oh, have the kids, travel, great, have a great job, and somehow this is going to bring you some form of purpose, form of oops, sorry, I'm kicking the camera. Some like resolve to life. But the reality is that stuff doesn't bring most of us our purpose. Most of us are being called to do something so much grander. And yes, is being a parent an amazing thing? Yes, is being a partner to in an awesome relationship freaking amazing? Yes, that is all amazing. But those things really have little to do with your purpose, like that true purpose, that thing that I don't know how many of you guys ever feel like you should be bigger in life. Like, I don't know whatever that bigger is. I know for me, I was like, I just feel like I should be bigger. And I didn't know if I should be talking on stages or if I should be leading companies, be a CEO, but I just was like, I feel like I should be like a queen or something. Why am I living this life that feels like I'm boxed in, like I'm being restricted, like I can't breathe, like So signs I was not in my purpose, and the signs. So I'm going back to reading my book. Okay, we vacationed regularly, and both the husband, because he's not my husband anymore, the husband and I both had great jobs making good money, but deep down I knew I was miserable and not living my truth. So how many of you guys are living your truth? Are you like waking up all day, every day going, oh my God, I love my life. I love my life. Because if that isn't you, then more than likely you have not moved into your purpose, your passion, that thing. Because when you're in your purpose or when you're awakened to that passion, it's like it takes over your whole day. You wake up thinking about it. You go to sleep thinking about it all day long. You're doing little subtleties in order to achieve that thing. That's the thing. And you know what most people don't realize? That the passion or their purpose is actually the thing usually that they never could believe they'd make money doing. Like really. So many of us think, oh, I love to cook, but they are unsure of how to become a chef. Or a lot of people have an amazing ability to capture moments, but are uncertain of how to become a photographer, to bridge the information, to get over to that thing. Because I promise you, if there's something in your heart or in your mind that pokes at you and nudges at you, that's the thing. That's the thing. Whatever it is. And most people are like, oh no, I can never make money doing that. Oh, that's the one. That's the one. The one that you would do. Even like you're like, I wouldn't even care if I got paid to do this. I love doing it so much. That's the one. That's the one. So when you're ready to start awakening into your purpose, the call, it's a call. There will be a call to change. Because what I'm telling you is if you were on the trajectory to get you where you needed to be, you would be there. You would feel grand. You would be like, oh my gosh, I get to wake up all day, every day, and I get to live this life. I'm so blessed. So if that's not you, if you're not waking up every day going, oh, I can't believe I get to wake up and do what I love all day, every day, then you're probably not doing it. So ask yourself, I want you to really ask yourself, do you love going to work? Do you love what you're doing right now today? Because most of us don't realize that we're over here making other people look real good. We're over here putting in time and hours and money to bosses and people who aren't always willing to reciprocate, or they might not even care how hard we go for them, right? And there's definitely very little bonuses or the things in life. So I'm asking you, are you excited to go to work every day? Because if you are, then amen, you might be getting closer to your passion and your purpose. But the reality is your passion and purpose is something that you should be leading. You should be the head of that thing. You shouldn't be working at a job doing anything else, unless of course you're just doing it in order to gain the wisdom so that you can do it independently. Because all of us need coaches and mentors or experience, right? And book knowledge is okay, but it isn't all that. So when you start getting these subtle things, that's the call to change. These subtle things going, I want more out of life. You know, I know I wanted to get another car for months. Why haven't I not? Why haven't I gotten it? These little calls for change, it's because those things are lining you up to the next thing that's going to put you in position to live your best life. What is that, your best life? What does your best life look like to you? What does it feel like to you? Because until you're really clear about the experience you want to have and how it's going to empower you and how you're going to feel while you're doing it, and what pieces contribute to this picture, until you get clear on it, then more than likely it can't manifest. It's not going to come. It's like telling God, okay, I'd be happy for a Santa Claus present. And then not being clear about, oh, but I want the Barbie townhouse. I want the car, right? Because if we're not specific, who knows what you're going to get? A lot of us, we play that game, please, God, help, give me strength. Yo, if you're praying for strength, guess what he's going to give you? Opportunities for you to strengthen yourself. It's the power of our words. They are amazing. So when you start asking yourself, are you in your purpose? Are you in your passion? Are you awakening to that thing? Because like I wrote in my book, Trauma to Triumph, and you can get the book, Trauma to Triumph.info. Go to that website, Trauma to Triumph, the number two. It's the number two, the word trauma, the number two, the word triumph.info. And you can get the pre-order. But in there, I'm talking about deep down. Deep down, how do you feel? Because I knew when I really stopped to ask myself, I was miserable. I was miserable. I was in a marriage that wasn't great. The kids weren't thriving. Work wasn't. I was not happy going to work. I did not want to go to work. And then my daughter started telling me, Mom, do you ever notice how you're fine when you leave in the morning? And every day when you come home, you have a headache, your throat hurts, you have all these symptoms. I didn't recognize the own trauma I was putting on my own self from continuing to work at a job that I didn't love. And then I wasted all those years. So how much time are you wasting doing what you don't love? Because if it doesn't excite you, if it doesn't thrill you, if you're not like all day, every day going, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I keep thinking about this. I want to do this. I want to do this. Then you're not doing the thing. You're not in the passion. You aren't in the purpose. That one thing that is going to bring you joy. It's going to bring you peace. It's going to bring you abundance. It is going to bring you freaking all day, every day of excitement. Because even when things don't work out, when you're in your purpose or in your passion, it's like you never lose that drive to accomplish the thing. It pushes you. It pushes you and it drives you and it drives you. And like, that's why you know you're in your passion and your purpose. If that's what you think about all day long, you keep going back to that thought. You keep going back to the thought. Yep. Oh, I could see how I could do that. And like, you're troubleshooting and problem solving for your own self in that area. That's the thing. So when you start awakening to that purpose, you're going to start, it's like getting a knock on the head, a knock on the door. There are things that keep presenting themselves into your awareness to give you the clues. So pay attention. Pay attention, especially if you have been praying something like, God, I know I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. God, I want to be in my passion. God, I want to get that abundance. Because the abundance, if you want to get to the money, make the big dollars, it comes when you are in your passion. Because you were built perfectly for something here right now in life. Right now. You were built, only orchestrated in such a way that only you could do it. And that's your job. Your job is to figure out what that one thing is. Okay, so we all have a gift and we all have a talent. I love learning all this amazing information from an amazing king that is teaching me so much. So you have a gift that you were born with, that Creator blessed you with, but also you have a talent. So the gift is within you. The talent needs to be nurtured. So how are you bridging these two things together? How are you helping yourself to move into a place of joy, of peace? Because if you aren't excited all day, every day to be doing what you're doing, you're probably not doing the thing that you're here to do. Because if you were, you would know. You would know, because you would think about it all the time. You would wake up every day going, oh man, I'm thinking about it. Even though you might be exhausted, even though you might have stood up late, gone hard. And I'm not saying everything is going to be all smooth and rainbows and cotton candy. No. But in the end, if you're going to work and you're going to work hard, why not make yourself look good instead of helping all these other people look good? Who are you working for? Because guess what? You're helping them look good, doing their business, doing their thing, having their vision. So the sooner you discover what your vision is, your passion, your purpose for life, that gift that you have, that you were born with, that only you can do in the way that you do it, then guess what? Then you become the lender instead of the borrower. Because as long as you're working for somebody else, you're borrowing. You ain't lending. And when you're on the top, you're lending, you're leading. And that comes, I promise you, it comes when you start giving yourself permission to awaken to your purpose, to start listening to the call for change. Because in order to get there, you need to change. Change has to happen, because if that path you were on, the path that you're on right now, was leading you to success, you would be there. How is your bank account? How is your pocketbook looking? I'm just asking. I just want you to be real with yourself. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't even, shoot. I have to check my own. I keep my eye on my own paper, like my teacher told me. Yeah, I stay in my own lane. This is all about me, but this is how I keep myself accountable. Because if there isn't a return on the investment, if you aren't seeing your bank account get bigger, if you are not seeing your life expand, and if you are not feeling like embraced and supported and encouraged, and like you are on your best trajectory with the people that, you're the one who has to clean up your circle. Clean up that circle. Start having standards, having boundaries, because then you're going to start meeting the people who are going to help you get into your passion and your purpose. The people who are of integrity, who are trustworthy people, like-minded, trustworthy people of integrity. They're there, and they're waiting for you. They're waiting for you because you have an ability to do something in such a unique way that nobody else could copy it. So how many of you are out there wanting to bite off of somebody else, or over here going, oh, but following their example and not creating your own? Because really, examples are only supposed to be there so that you could create your own, and to kind of say, oh, this is kind of how it's done. These are the steps. But you have to embrace it, and then you have to embody it, and then you have to communicate it in a way that only you can do it. I love having boundaries, because if we don't have boundaries in life, people will walk all over us. We are constantly training people how to treat us. So what do you allow and don't allow people to do for you? Do you allow people to minimize you, belittle you, or put a damper on your dreams? How many people, I recently have told 2 different people who I thought were powerful mentors, I shared with them something, and they both told me the can't word. I don't believe in the can't word. Oh, you can't make money doing that. Oh, you probably should. And I was like, no, see, those aren't the people. If you have something on your heart, burning, a passion, a desire, something calling you every day to go, I really want to do something. I don't want to go to my job. No, I don't want to go back there. The call for change, because it's time to change. It's time to change the way. Invite the new words, the new ways, the new opportunities. Because awakening to your best life, it's like you start getting the pieces to a puzzle, and then you start feeling really unsettled in your current life. And it's okay. That feeling of discomfort, it's your body helping you identify stress or not joy. Because when you are awakened to your purpose, when you're living in your passion, oh my gosh, every day is a thrill. It's like an amusement park you've never been to. And is it sometimes a little scary? Yeah, because you don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes you're going up and down hills and roller coasters, but it's all perception. And in the end, we got to do things, whether we're doing it for ourselves or for other people. So why not do it for yourself? Why not do it for yourself and discover the great things that are you, that only you can do in the unique way that you can do it? And if you're excited about it, people love that, because people trust confidence. I'm freaking confident about the things that I say and do, because I know what I know. Know what you know about you. And whatever that thing is, if you knit better than anybody, well then amen. That's the thing. If you could create crossword puzzles, then amen. What are you, an artist? Are you, how are you showing up? What are you giving yourself permission to do expressively? Because when you find your best expression of you, I'm telling you, your life is going to change. So, awakening to your purpose, the call for change. It's the first chapter in my book, Trauma to Triumph. The website is the word trauma, the number 2, the word triumph.info. Trauma to triumph.info. You guys, I invite you to get your pre-order today, because if you're ready to go on a journey with me through my paralysis, through being paralyzed and healing myself, I'm excited to have you join me. And in the end, I'm here to help you move into your passion and into your purpose, because I'm here to help other people have what I have, and that is peace, joy, excitement, thrill, and I get to live my best life every day, and that's what I want for you. Blessings, blessings, until next time, when I'm going to start chapter 2.